Hi, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies. This is the Mathews Titles. This is the Hoyt Stratos. Yesterday I did a post on Facebook comparing both bows and saying which bow would you prefer, the Stratos or the Mathews. Now I did this because I thought these bows are very similar as far as they both require modules to change the draw length. To tune them, you've both got to drop the cams and move left to right. So I thought they were very similar, and I thought it's very interesting. So I'm going to do a video today and discuss the difference, and hopefully you can put a comment below which bow you would prefer and maybe why. So you can leave a bit of a note to the manufacturers. Now, the first thing I'm going to compare is the finish of the paint. This is the Mathews paint, and I think it's miles. I think it looks fantastic. This looks fantastic. The weight down the bottom here looks great. It reminds me of the old Botex chrome finish from many years ago. This is I'm saying the PSE finish. It's very much like the PSE finish. It's the Hoyt finish on the Stratos. So now the big difference between this is glossy, so this is a paint finish, and this is some sort of coating finish. So it's dull, it looks like a fire engine, like an old fire engine, red. So there's that difference. Now the cable guards or rollers, the Mathews is slanted down in the middle and the cables are on this side towards the strings. The Hoyt is not slanted down, it's on the other side. So they're both roller systems, so whichever one you prefer there. Now the Hoyt comes in two cams. I just want to compare the SVX because I think that's the most similar to the Mathews in drawing style and the most similar in adjustment. This is actually a HBT with rotating modules, the SVX doesn't. So the speeds between the Title and the Stratos SVX are very similar. One of the big differences I'm going to say is the grips. I prefer the Hoyt grip. It's an interchangeable grip. The Mathews grips, this Mathews grip is an improvement of some of the others in the past, but I'm going to say it's very similar to some other Mathews, and while it's not bad, I'm going to say still people are going to rip all these off like they do on all the Mathews bows and fit aftermarket grips from Ultra View and all the other companies who produce grips for Mathews. That doesn't occur with Hoyts. It just doesn't. It's a thing to replace your Mathews grip. No other bow company has anything like interchangeable grips like they do with Mathews. Just everyone rips their Mathews grips off. So I'm going to say in comparing both bows, the limb angle, let's just compare the limb angles. You can see the Mathews is more parallel than the Stratos. That means that when you shoot the Mathews Title, it'll be sitting in your hand more. The Stratos will jump forward in your hand more. The profile on the limbs, the Stratos tapers down, so it's thinner at the top. The Hoyt limb is more uniform all over. Should give you a little bit more speed with this design because of the contours of the limbs. This has been done on PSE before. The Mathews have these little things on the end to hold the axles. One of the major reasons for this is for dry firing, so you don't blow the bow apart. Hoyt still goes through the axles. Hoyt still uses thin axle, so you're going to get some little, I'm going to say pivoting on the axles, where Mathews have this big axle sort of system through the thing. So compare it. It's like old school technology versus new school technology. Mathews have the bridge lock system for your sights. I don't think it's a thing for target. I don't even think it's a thing for hunting, but look, you can fit your sight through the middle there if you buy the special adapter. They've got a thing there for fitting a stabilizer through the middle. I think that's just crazy. But look, if you own a Mathews and you love it, all the power to you. I just think it's a crazy system. So that's the Hoyt. Now the big thing I want to compare is price. In Europe and Australia, these bows are priced the same in the market. So they're the same price bow, okay? In America, the Mathews sells for $2,100, the Hoyt sells for $1,800, $400 US difference. Now for me, that blows me away, $400 a US difference. That equates in Australian dollars to about $700 difference between the Mathews to the Hoyt. $700 difference, and yet in Australia they're the same price. Now that's not margin. It's not margin for the dealers. Because I know that these bows, I know what they wholesale for around the world, and they wholesale for about the same. So it's a price structure in America set up, I assume, to support their pro shooters at tournaments, to pay out prize money and that sort of stuff. So when you see Mathews, when you see staff being signed by Mathews, $400 of that goes to sign. $400 of your purchase price is going to pay for, the Mathews staff that you see shooting their bows. So, basically it's a business model as far as, price structure, and you've got to decide whether you want to pay the $400 extra or buy it. Look, I think the Mathews looks great, whether you like the 8 limbs or not. So you've got 4 limbs at the bottom and 4 limbs at the top. I don't know about that. I'm not a big fan. But drop your note below. I think the big thing for me is I think this bow will look awesome sitting on my wall, and I think this bow looks a bit dull. So I think if you rock up at a tournament with both of these bows, everyone is going to look at this bow, and no one's going to look at this bow. No disrespect to the people who shoot this bow. It just doesn't sparkle like this, like the Mathews. It's an amazing looking finished bow. So anyway, I'm Stephen Ham from Archery Supplies, and I think I'll do a few more on these, comparing 2 bows the same and getting you to drop your comments below about which bow is better and why. Like the machining in the Mathews is kind of a bit unique, where this is very much old school. It looks the same as the Invicta. It looks the same as all the other Hoyts in the past. And like I said, I think this is a great Hoyt. I really do. It just now looks dated compared to the updated Mathews. So that's my view, and I think the paint looks below average, but some people like this kind of dull look. So anyway, drop your message below and let the manufacturers know which you think and why. Thanks for watching. Bye.